There's something really big going on in America right now. The World Series. Anytime you watch a big game, World Series, football, you gotta have the right food. I already have a video about hot dogs. Please go look at it. But what I need to show you is the World Series of Hamburgers. Now, of course, anybody can go get a fast food hamburger or a restaurant burger, but the burgers you make at home, well, we gotta set those apart. So I'm gonna make a burger 2 ways, and you tell me who wins the game. Start off with some basic ingredients here. Also some gloves because I massage my meat. Onions are very important for most hamburgers, and I'm gonna use the onions in 2 different ways. First, I'm slicing up the onion for an onion marinade. What I like about this is that you can make a lot, and you can even use some later for another dish. So it's apple cider vinegar, some paprika or cayenne pepper, whichever you have on hand, and some salt. Just let it rest there. Now that could rest overnight, or it could rest for a half an hour. It kind of depends on what your time is like. Next, I'm dicing the onion. My big sister Carol taught me years ago, always put onion in your meat, which I do, and it definitely season it. So here, I'm going to crack myself up here. Even if you just have like some Laurie's taco seasoning, fine, put it in. But put some kind of seasoning in. If you know how to free-form it, as I'm doing here with some, the cayenne, the black pepper, the salt, great. Now, why did I just put that meat on my knife? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking then. I think I was thinking, oh, I have too much meat, and I'll use some of that later. See about it. Massaging the onions and the meat here together. That's really going to give it a nice flavor. Now, this is for the second burger. So I've got some Boursin cheese. I've also done this with gorgonzola. So I've seasoned meat. I flattened it out. I'm taking a scoop of the cheese and I'm putting it in the middle. Then I'm sort of closing up the burger around it. Seasoning meat is so important, and it's really underrated. You can transform your burger just by a few small things. So our burger teams here are the onion burger and the onion with the cheese in the middle. So that's cooking up. Now, as it cooked, I noticed that one of my patties, I didn't really form it as well as I wanted. It kind of looks like Louisiana upside down, but whatever, it's still going to taste good. I like to throw some butter about halfway through the process. And I like a nice sharp cheddar cheese on top. This was an English cheddar. For my World Series burgers, I like a saucy bit. So I've got an aioli, a garlic aioli that I put together that I'm putting on one of the buns. If you only have even some mayonnaise, that's fine. But it's nice to have ranch dressing. It's also good. Okay, I always drain my burgers on paper towel for a minute because or else the bun is going to get a little, what do you call it, wet? So the meat comes out and I'm dressing the different buns. Now there is my marinated onions with the garlic aioli. That's the onion, the thoroughly onion burger. This is Team Onion, we'll call it. Let's see how that one looks. Pretty good. Okay, for the second one, I'm just gonna go a little traditional here, a little bit of mustard. And I think I put a little smear of something else there, maybe ranch. I can't remember. And then I also had some harissa for a little bit of spice. And this is for the burger that has the cheese in the middle. Let's see how that cooked. Oh, that's a grand slam. For sure. So whether it's the cheese one or the onion burger, I hope you make these and enjoy it. And people will be like, oh my gosh, this is not the normal burger that I usually have. This has been elevated. And it's delicious. Whichever burger you're rooting for, I hope you enjoy it. And I, of course, have my own preferences.